REACH is, we do adult literacy, and so what we do is we provide one-to-one tutoring for adults that want to learn to read, they want to improve their writing, and maybe they just want to work on some life skills. Maybe they want to get their driver's license or vote for the first time. So that's what we provide. You know, I think originally when we started, we used to deal with mostly a white population, but as our demographic has changed, and you know, as we've had more people immigrate into Sioux Falls, and we have a lot of refugees, we work with a lot of migrant workers as well. We have a lot of people who are on green card or visa. So we basically will take anybody who's an adult, 18 and over, that wants to work on, you know, being better communicator in any form. And so we don't charge for our services, which is great. And we just have you come in, we visit and do a short interview to kind of find out what you want, you know, what's important for you, what kind of goals do you have, and can we help you meet those goals? So we have a lot of people that may be willing to go with you to the driver's license and help you understand some of that materials that you're reading. We have some of our tutors who have gone to the voting sites and picked up a sample ballot and then reviewed that ballot with people. We have a lot of our tutors that work on citizenship. We've had people that have worked on CDL license. They may not understand all of the material that they're looking, but they can help them understand the language, help them be better readers. We have a lot of folks that want to get their GED, or maybe they want to go to college. They graduated from high school, but they're still struggling with the language barrier, or just the writing and grammar can be challenging. So we have folks that work with that. And sometimes it might just be, I need some help with my bank account. I want to get a bank account, but I'm really intimidated by that process. Can you talk me through how that would work so that I could feel more comfortable about that? Or I want to talk to my landlord and I'm not really sure what to say. So, you know, sometimes it's life skills, simple life skill stuff like that. And it's not that people are not smart, it's just when you're working with a language barrier, sometimes it helps just to talk through with somebody else. We do a lot of begging. No, actually we are a United Way organization, so we get money through United Way. But we also have private donors that support us. I write a lot of grants. We also do try to do print material, like in the paper. We also do radio ads, because as you can guess, most of our people aren't reading about us. And so being on TV is great, being on the radio is great. Anytime people can hear what we're about, that's really how we get adults to come to us. Tutors find us through like the helpline center, or if you're looking to volunteer and you Google like volunteer resources, we're one of the things that pop up as well. Sometimes people just walk in. If we have time, we'll service them that day. Sometimes it's challenging. I may have, commitments or something. We try to set up appointments, not too much in the future because it's challenging for people to remember, or if we set it up a week from now, we'll call you and remind you just so you can remember. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour. We just really talk about what your schedule looks like, what do you want, when could you meet to tutor, do you have childcare, do you have somebody to watch your kids if you needed to have that, could we tutor at your workplace, is there a school, something like that. We really want to know what are your strengths, what do you know how to do really well, and what things that you need to work on. And so that's one of the things that we do. And then from there, we start looking for a tutor that can match up kind of based on what you're looking for, particularly time, but also some of the things that you're interested in, skill set. If you really are wanting to work on getting into college, we need somebody who has a little more experience in that kind of environment. Right now, we do one event right now called Brouhaha. And it started out as the haha. We used to have a comedian that would come in and talk, but what we really started thinking about our mission and what we do for people is most of our folks come from an oral background and heavy oral tradition, and storytelling was really important in their tradition. So we really felt like that's something we wanted to go back into. So now we do an event in February. It's a beer tasting event. So Johnson Brothers provides the alcohol for us, and we get to taste 20 different kinds of beers. And then we also have people who agree to be from the community who agree to be storytellers. So last year we had 6 storytellers that came in and for 10 minutes told a story about metamorphosis. This year it's going to be fish out of water. And so kind of your interpretation of what you think that means for you and whoever is going to be one of our speakers. That's a good fundraiser for us. We always do a donation time during over like Thanksgiving. We do a holiday ask for that. And this year in 2015, we're doing like an art show because we're working on a book project where we're doing a photography set of portraits of our learners and kind of a little storyline about them. So we're pretty excited about that project as well. Sure, our phone number is 332-2665, but you can also go to our website, and that's just reachliteracy.org. If you search just reach and learning to read, we should pop up right away. So you shouldn't have too much problems. But most of our folks call us, but you can go online and you can drop in a note to us and we'll contact you right back, usually within 24 hours. But if you're an adult learner, you can stop in or you can give us a call and we'll try to meet you. We don't always have to meet at the office. We try to meet you at where it's convenient for you too. So if the library is closer or Burger King is closer to you, and that's easier because not everybody has a car or a way to get around, so we want to make it convenient for you too. I think the biggest thing is to not. It's easy to say, don't worry about being ashamed. But really, the people that we're working with and our tutors aren't so, oh, you never learned how to read, there must be something wrong with you. They're more about, we want to help you because there's this whole big world out there that once you even just have a little bit of knowledge, it's so empowering to be able to say, I didn't know I could do all this stuff. I didn't know I could read all that. And that, for people, just having that small bit of knowledge really changes the course of your life. You may never get to be, at college, a college level reader, and that's okay. You want to be a reader that feels comfortable for you. So if you are at a level where you don't feel like you're confident in your reading skills, then come in and we'll get you to a place where you can feel more confident. Because not everybody has the same goals and aspirations. And so you have to start somewhere, and the hardest part is starting and then sticking with it when it gets harder or gets scary. Because a lot of people quit because it gets too hard right away, and they may have had that feeling from school where I didn't feel successful in school, or I wasn't successful and I'm not going to be successful now, so I'm just going to quit. Well, stick with it. We want you to stay in because the stuff that you can do and how smart you really are, you just haven't given yourself the opportunity to explore it. So.